How's it going, everybody? It's Prod here, and welcome back to another video, another Q&A video. Like always, if you have your own questions that you might want to ask me, doesn't really have to be about Dark Souls itself, could really be about anything, feel free to leave that in the comment section down for this video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. One of the questions that I got asked a bunch, especially recently since it just happened, is Monster Hunter replacing Dark Souls for you? And I'm assuming some people were asking that because I did upload like 4 Monster Hunter videos in 2 days, I think. And I know that there are people who have zero interest in Monster Hunter, and I know that there's a bunch of people as well who do have interest in that game, and I'm very happy about that. I'm glad people are keeping their eyes open for different types of games and not just focusing on Dark Souls. And that is going to be a recurring trend on my channel for the upcoming, I would say, year, especially since we have no news of when this next From Software game is going to be coming out. But will it actually replace it as a whole? Probably not. It's going to be a game that I'm playing constantly, a game that I want to try learning and actually being decent at. It looks like it could be a really fun game for that. But then again, it has no PvP. You know, there's no real PvP aspect. At least I don't think there's going to be one, which I feel like for the most part is something that I look for in a game to actually have longevity on the channel. Not to say that it won't last a long time, you know, for the Monster Hunter World uploads, but there is only so many missions that will be actually fun and entertaining, and that there are actually going to be in the game, and monsters that you can hunt. But I definitely will be putting some time into that game and some uploads on this channel, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that, because I definitely am, man. I'm pretty much at the point, I don't know what the fuck that was, by the way, and I'm pretty much at the point for Dark Souls 3 where I'm more bored than I've ever been for Dark Souls. Like, believe me, when I'm super bored like this, the videos will fail. And I'm talking about just, they might do well, you know, I could upload a PvP video, it'll do pretty well for me. And I'm talking different types, of course, arena or invasions. And also I kind of have my on and off days. There's sometimes I have a bunch of fun with either Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2. But I am definitely at the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore with this game. I've done about everything that you can do. Literally everything, guys. I've done about every single build. I've used every single weapon in the game. I've made like 700 videos for this game. And I feel like there's not really much that I can talk about, even though I do use Dark Souls more for like a background game and background noise and visuals, so that I can just riff off and continuously talk about different shit that happens in the game. There's only so much that can happen in arena. Now it is going to be, you know, tough going forward, I guess, because already like 80% of the people who do watch my Dark Souls videos, I would say, are not interested in anything else that's not Dark Souls, which is kind of a bummer. But hey, what are you gonna do? Not everyone likes everything. And we got off track completely. No, Monster Hunter is not replacing Dark Souls on my channel. Next up is a question for another game. Will you ever return to Nioh, or are you done with it for good? And this is a question I also get asked a lot, you know, am I ever gonna do the DLCs for Nioh? Because I said I was going to. I'm done with the game. I really am, and I might as well just go ahead and say it. I am pretty much done with Nioh. I don't see myself playing that game again. I had fun with it when I did play it. In case you guys don't know, I did do a full playthrough of Nioh, and I'm assuming there are a fair amount of people that have no idea that I played that game. Because like every other day I get asked, why don't I do a Nioh playthrough? Am I going to play Nioh on the channel? And I did the main game, and then after the DLCs came out, I kind of never touched it leading up to the DLCs. So when the first one came out, I was severely underleveled, and then fighting that first DLC boss destroyed me. Like, I could not beat that, what was it, like a scorpion or like a centipede? Man, what an asshole he was. And I couldn't beat it, and it annoyed me, and I was like, ah, fuck it. There was a while where I said I might grind for it and then come back. I tried grinding for it. It was just gonna take way too long, man. And at this point, we've been like a year removed from the first DLC, I think. I think we're kind of beyond that. We're kind of past it. I don't see myself going back to the game, and I apologize if it is something that you were looking forward to seeing. You know, you were still hoping every single day you would see a Nioh video in the sub box, but I have no interest in playing that game anymore. By the way, is PvP still a thing in that game? I remember they were like, yeah, PvP is going to be a thing. They released it day one. The laggiest garbage I had ever played. Didn't play it anymore. Let me know if they fix that. I would be interested. Not in playing it, just in hearing about it. Next up is, do you think Code Vein will fail? I've talked a little bit about Code Vein on the channel. Still don't have a concrete release date for the game. I'm still looking forward to it. Do I think it'll fail though? I think commercially it'll do well. It'll succeed and, you know, get the sales and possibly even a sequel because of the sales. It's gonna attract a bunch of the core Dark Souls fan base that like that style of combat. It's very intriguing to a lot of people, including myself. But I feel like once you get into it, and this is judging the game completely from the cover, the small snippets of gameplay that we've seen, the demo that we've seen, some of the level design, it looks kind of like a Dark Souls with training wheels. And what I mean by that is it has the combat style, that Souls-like combat style, kind of, with a mix of Bloodborne in there, except it looks incredibly easy and kind of stripped down. It doesn't look to improve anything or revolutionize the type of gameplay or story or world design. I gotta say, so far from what we've seen from the world design, it might be one of the worst that I've seen, man. Like, everything looks exactly the same and really boring. And that's just from the trailers. Maybe we'll get some more gameplay. We've only really seen like 3 levels, but for the most part, they all look the same. And I don't know if it's the exact same for you guys, but that's just what I've been thinking. Will it fail? Probably not. Won't have PvP though. It'll attract the Souls community for a while. Within a month, I imagine 75% of that community will end up beating the game. And then with no PvP, and from the looks of it, maybe even no replayability, it'll be dead fairly fast. And that's just a quick assumption. We'll see in 2 years if I was right. But it is something I've been kind of curious about. You know, people's actual opinions of the game. And I've seen nothing but good things and people saying good things about it. I would love to hear your Code Vein thoughts in the comment section down below. Feel free to leave that down there. And for the final question, are there any weapons in Dark Souls 3 right now that you think deserve a nerf? And I hate talking about nerfs for weapons, especially knowing that it's never ever going to happen anymore. They don't care about this game. They're not patching anything. They're not nerfing, buffing anything. They're done with it. They're on to Shadows Die 3 times already. But that being said, there is one specific weapon, not even the class as a whole, but I gotta say, man, the Lothric Knight's Straight Sword. I think it's a better Karthus Curved Sword pre-patch, and that weapon was fucking insane. Really high damaging, kind of a broken hitbox, really fast. Your average moveset, great for standing still, harder to chase people. And I feel like the Lothric Knight's Straight Sword is just a better version of that. You got the speed, you got the broken hitboxes. It's a weapon that works basically with every single build that you can think of. It out damages some ultra great swords on some builds. I personally think that it's a little bit much, but that is why I use it, and that is why a lot of people use it as well, because it is so damn good. Not gonna stop me from using it, hell no. But it is kind of bad when you run into a gank in Gank City and 3 of them have that weapon and the other one has like a dragon tooth or something. In my opinion, that is the most powerful weapon in the game, and you barely need anything for it. So I guess I would say that that is pretty much the only weapon that I think deserves a nerf in the game. But do you agree with me that that is one of the weapons that deserves a nerf? Or leave your own weapon, because I know some people would say that. You know, we got Hollow Slayer, Crucifix of the Mad King. These are some weapons that I'm sure people would want to nerf. Screw it. You know, we're 2 years into the game. Now we just had to deal with it. But either way, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're approaching Christmas and 100,000 subs, which is kind of crazy. I do have a video planned for that, and that will probably be coming out on Christmas Day. But I hope you guys have a good day. Drop a like if you did enjoy the video. It's much appreciated, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace, everybody.